So before you say you can't paint, I'm going to show you this little painting to prove you wrong. So we're going to be using acrylics today, so we need thicker paper. So I'm going to use this mixed media paper. I got this at Michael's, but you can use like a Dollar Tree canvas if you want to, or just some thick paper that you have laying around just to practice on. Okay, so I'm going to be painting upside down. That's how easy this painting is, just to show you right side up. The first thing I'm going to do is put a border with some masking tape. I do this because it makes like this cute little framed appearance once you're finished, and it also helps hold the paper down. That's just my experience. I don't have to hold the paper down with my hand. I can use the tape. So this is just blue paint. Use whatever blue paint color you want. I'm using a cheap Dollar Tree paintbrush here, and I'm just painting it on. Once I get about halfway down, I pick up some white and just start blending it. Just go back and forth, back and forth. And once I get down to the bottom, I'm going to pick up some green and white to make grass. So we got the sky and we got a field. So I'm not worrying about blending these right now. I'm just going to cover up the paper, and then I'm going to grab a paper towel to blend. I'm just tapping it between the two colors, and it blends it really nicely. And then I'm going to just go over the green all over just to put some texture on it. Makes a really cute textured pattern. And now I'm going to take a flat brush. This is a cheap Dollar Tree brush, and I just pounded it into the table to flatten it. I dipped it in some darker green paint, and now I'm just brushing in an upward motion. This is mimicking like blades of grass in your field. And just keep doing that until your field is full of blades of grass, or until you're happy with it. I think I went a little heavier on it because I'm practicing. So just keep doing that until you're happy with it. And here's how it looks up close. Now you're going to need a scour sponge or any sponge. You can even use a paper towel for this, but this is what I had on hand. I dipped it in some white paint, and this is going to be my clouds. So I'm just going to start tapping the sponge into the paper to make clouds. They're clouds, so don't be too picky with them. Just make sure they're formed in some sort, but clouds move and change all the time, right? Now you're going to want that flat brush again. Make sure it's nice and flat, okay? And then you're going to dip it in your white paint, and then you're going to start stamping it onto the green. This is going to be your little field of flowers. You can stack these all you want. It's going to look amazing. I put some really tiny dots at the top to mimic distance flowers, because the farther away they are, the smaller they are. Now, if you don't like this kind of flower, you can certainly do like petaled flowers. All you have to do is get like a flatter brush and do 4 little petals that touch together. That one you can't really see very well. If you just wait 1 second, you're going to see a really good one. I think this one. So just 4 little petals together to make a flower. Now to do the centers, you just use a really thin brush and put a dot of yellow in the middle of your flower. Now if you stack them, just pick one that's near the top of your stack to put the yellow center in. There's really no wrong way to do this. It's really just playing around with it till you're happy. And once you get all your little centers in, you're going to get some stems. So I use really dark green for that, and this same brush, I cleaned it off and got some dark green. And not all the flowers are going to have a stem, and not all the stems are going to have flowers. Just randomly put them in there because it's a field. You're not going to see all of it all the time. And once you're finished with this, you're going to make some birds. How I do my birds, same thin brush, you just make a line and then a V right on top of that line. Now, not all your birds need to have a body. I think just the V birds look really nice, and I do some of those. So just put as many birds as you want on your picture, and then you're done. And I just love this. And once I took the tape off, you can see how the border looks. I just love it. Guys, you can do this. I promise. You saw how easy it was. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to sprinkle this around. You mean so much to me. I love sharing my ideas with you, and I hope you'll come back soon. Have an awesome rest of your day. Bye for now.